Some of the best decks in Marvel Snap have been in the meta for a while and aren't going anywhere soon. That's what we're talking about in this video. This is a deck that's been very strong for a few months now, and even in this current meta with Zabu and Darkhawk and all these other cards, this deck still managed to climb consistently. So if you're ready to see this deck in action, then you know what to do. Find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello, Marvel Snap fans. Welcome back to the Valley Snap channel. I am ValleyFlyin, and I hope you had a great weekend. We're talking about Sera Surfer, one of the strongest metas from way back in the day when Silver Surfer was just released, and it is still managing to win people cubes in this Zabu Darkhawk meta that's going around. Shuri's in the meta as well, but this Surfer deck is still smashing all around. Now, if this is your first time here, we cover decks like this. We cover news, gameplay, highlights, everything to help your Marvel Snap experience. And if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button for more great content. But let's go into the game and talk about this deck. Now, the main card that you're going to need for this deck is Silver Surfer. And if you managed to get this season pass a few months ago, well, he is a season pass card. If you didn't, well, he's a pool 5 card, and hopefully he drops down to pool 4, pool 3 very soon. But he's going to be the main card in this deck, and what makes this deck so powerful is giving your other 3-cost cards +3 power. And this is one of these decks that drops a lot of power at the end, which makes it possible for you to win a lot of cubes with this deck. This is why this is such a strong deck, because it seems like it's very weak. Don't really have a lot of plays on turn 1 and 2. We do have this Iceman Scorpion combo that you could throw down on turn 1 and 2, but if you don't manage to draw these cards, it's fine. You don't need to play anything on turns 1 and 2. Turn 3, you're playing a 3-cost card. Now, whether that is a card like Bishop, which is a great temple card that's going to keep increasing as the game progresses. If you're trying to, control a location that's bad, like Storm, that's a great 3-cost card that you could play as well. Polaris is also a great card. It moves opposing 1 or 2-cost cards to the location, so it gives you a little bit of location control. Sometimes this works against you, but it also has a decent tempo with 3-5. And then Maximus has some really great tempo. If you manage to play a Cosmo, or there's a location that doesn't have these on reveal abilities, you could stop this detrimental ability of your opponent drawing 2 cards, or you could play this late in the game when those extra 2-cost cards don't matter. So that's probably what we're doing on turn 3. And then on turn 4, we're playing another 3-cost card, maybe a 2-cost card in Scorpion, or a 3-cost and a 1 card. And then on turn 5, we're playing Sera, because all the cards in our hand are going to cost 1 less, which makes our big plays at the end possible. We wanted to play 3 of those 3-cost cards at the end. So instead of playing 2 3-cost cards, we're playing 3 3-cost cards, and that's that benefit of Sera. Some cards I like to end with is Brood, because we're going to add these 2 Broodlings to the location, 2 power. So if you manage to get a location that increases the power of Brood, what's also going to increase the locations of the Broodlings as well, which is very, very nice. Surfer, I usually don't like to play until the end. Storm, like I said, is great for location control, and it's a great combo with Storm controlling 1 location with Storm, following up with a Juggernaut, and they're both 3-cost cards, both going to get benefited by Silver Surfer. Cosmo is there to combat any on-reveal abilities, and the good thing about Cosmo, he's a tech card, but he's also a 3-cost card as well. So using him to control one of the locations, just make sure it's not the same location that Silver Surfer is played on, but you could use him to control 1 location. He is a 3-cost card as well, so getting that benefit as well. Another control card that we have in here is Rogue. Now, Enchantress is a great control card for your ongoing cards, but she's not a 3-cost card, so she's not going to get that extra Surfer ability. Rogue is, and she's a little bit cheaper as well. You could use either of those cards in there. I like Rogue a little better. Other cards that can tech certain locations, certain style decks is Killmonger. That's a card that you could replace some of these tech cards in, destroying all the other 1-cost cards. So if we get a location that drops a bunch of rocks on us, Killmonger could help with that. Another great 3-cost card is Mr. Fantastic. Gives you a little bit more reach. He's gonna give a +2 power. There's adjacent locations. He's a 3-cost card. He's gonna get that Silver Surfer benefit as well. And he does have that ongoing ability. So sometimes there's locations that could benefit you. There's not a really way to boost that in the deck that we have, but sometimes locations can boost that. Other 3-cost cards that work very great is Thor. back when Silver Surfer's deck were going around and I was playing it with this Sera deck, I didn't have Thor, so I didn't use him in the original deck, but he's a card that I've been experimenting with in these Silver Surfer decks, and usually we draw Mjolnir. Sometimes we get unlucky and it's just a 3-4 card, but the benefit of Surfer is even if we don't draw Mjolnir, we can still trick our opponents into thinking that our hand is a little bit weaker than it actually is. Groot is a great card for this deck as well. Essentially turns into a 3-6 card. You're getting 2 more power from Silver Surfer. That's 3-8, so that's incredible value. Gambit is great. Unfortunately, like Rogue, doesn't have a lot of power, but you will discard a card from your hand. So you usually want to play this at the end because this deck, you're not trying to discard your cards, so it's not really going to benefit you to discard like a Surfer or a Sera or something like that, but you're going to destroy a random enemy card that's on the board. So this is a good card to play on that final turn there. Gambit Surfer decks are very, very fun. Rhino could also give you some location control, although I think Storm is a little better. It's going to ruin the random location, which means that you could still play cards there, which in certain scenarios is actually more beneficial for you. But you could use this Rhino card instead of Storm if you don't have Storm. And those are the main cards that I like to use in this Sera Surfer deck. There's a lot of options, which is why this archetype's been around for so long. You need Sera, you need Silver Surfer, and you need a bunch of 3-cost cards. Outside of that, you got a lot of options with this deck, so let's go try this version, see how it works in this current meta that we have going on. All right, we have Storm, we have Iceman, and we have Polaris, and Rickety Bridge is the location on the far left. We're gonna go ahead and play Iceman right now. And then if the card is still there, I guess we could storm that location. Not a big thing if they destroy it, though. They put a card there. They will lose a card if they put something there, though. All right, so we're gonna get some extra power. That's great for our Storm. That's a great candidate for Rickety Bridge. We're gonna skip this turn, and we can storm either Rickety Bridge or another potential problematic location that pops up. Necrotia is that location. I don't know if it's problematic enough to storm, so we're gonna go ahead and storm Rickety Bridge, follow up with that Juggernaut. That should give us the win on the left. Now we just need to get a Sera or a Silver Surfer or something that we could win another location. I think this location is locked down. There's our Sera. We have a bunch of extra power in that Polaris as well, so where do we want to play this? Do we want to go Necrotia, try to win that, or stick with a Wakandan Embassy? I think we're going to go Wakandan Embassy. Turn 5, we'll go with Sera. All right, so we got the flooded location. They go Jubilee. I'm gonna get a -2 right now. They go Magic. All right, so we're gonna get some extra turns here to potentially get our Silver Surfer. We get Silver Surfer now. Last step. Oh, this might scare them off. Let's snap anyway, though. Let's play our Sera right now. And we got Brood. We got Rogue, we got Polaris, we got a lot of different options, and we already have that left location. Do they stick in it? Was that a premature snap? I'm wondering if they retreat right here. Was that bad snapping? Oh, they're sticking in it. All right, they go Iron Man. Okay.
Iron Man.
Oh, they go Iron Man, and we have a Rogue in hand. My goodness, if I could snap again, I would. All right, so I'm gonna Rogue again. I'm gonna Rogue right now. I'm gonna Maximus this bad boy. And we're gonna Polaris right now. We're gonna go Brood, Silver Surfer on the final turn there. They're not gonna like this. They're probably gonna retreat after they see this right here. They do have the tempo though, so can they screw up this whole Rogue play? Not sure. I think they like what they're doing at that Wakandan Embassy though. But I think we're gonna get Limbo as well. As long as I don't have anything to change this location right now. All right, so where did they go? They go with Wong here. And are we gonna steal the Wong or we're gonna steal the Iron Man ability? We steal the Wong ability, unfortunately. All right, so I don't know if that was good or not good. We have slight lead there. I don't know if we're gonna win that location, but we should get, and will that be more power? I think that will be a little bit more power. 1, 2. Yeah, this is going to be slightly more power than the 2-powered Brood. We're going to do that. It's going to be 3 power instead of 2. All right, so that should give us the win. I don't think we're going to get the middle. We didn't get their Iron Man copy. We got the Wong copied. But I guess that's still good because they can't do double white tigers and stuff like that. All right. Our final. Did they snap already? They snapped. All right, let's final turn this. Let's end it. Let's go. What are they going to do? All right, so we Brood. The Bishop gets a little extra power in the Bishop. 15, 16. We win the flooded location. They get the Iron Heart. They get it once, not twice because of the Wong. So we actually end up tying in the middle. We win the right and the left, though. Nice victory. All right, we have Surfer in hand. We have Polaris, and we have Bishop. No turn 1 plays, and we have another counter card in Cosmos showing up. So still no plays for turn 1. Stark Tower is that left location. After turn 5, the cards are going to get +2 power. We have a negative zone in the middle, so we don't want to play anything there yet. We don't want to load up on too many cards there, because each one of them will have that -3 power. We could just, we might just forego that location. All right, Nexus is where we would really want to get a lot of power. I think what we're going to do right now is that a 2-cost card that will bring that will bring Lizard over. Do I want to continue to build with Lizard? I think, yeah, well, we could bring the Lizard over. We're going to bring that location over, so it's going to be pretty much a 2/2 card there. All right, so they go Angela, they go Nova. We're going to bring their Lizard over, and we're going to bring a lot of cards there as well. All right, so are they going to do... All right, so we could get a Maximus. They could draw a couple cards. Will a Cosmo help us? I'm not sure if a Cosmo will help us. Do I want them to draw those extra cards, though? We go Cosmo here. We could also place our Maximus on turn 5, but that won't allow us to get our Sera out there. So I think what we'll do right now is we could Bishop this location. And then we could go Sera. There's the Killmonger. It eliminates their Nova. Gives them a little bit more power. But we will be taking some power away from their Lizard there. All right, so their Angela is powered up. We have 2 3-cost cards there right now. We're gonna go ahead and Sera at this point. What is gonna be the most power there? So we'll go Sera. We'll get Maximus, a bunch of power there. We'll give Silver Surfer. And where we're gonna play our Rogue or Cosmo. We'll see where we play them at the end. All right, they have a Sera as well, so similar kind of deck to us. Let's see what they're gonna load up a bunch of power at the end. All systems go. All right, so final turn. They do have the tempo. I think we want a Maximus. Getting a Cosmo. Oh, they have the tempo. Cosmo won't do anything. We could steal their Sera ability. I don't think that'll do too much either. But it will give us another 3-cost card out there. And then we'll have our Silver Surfer there. Is that going to be enough power to compete with their Sera? We'll be able to compete with their Nexus. Not sure. They could have a lot of different plays here with that Sera and that Nexus location. So we'll see how this ends up here. Not very confident right now. Could go either way. Depends on what they throw down. So they go Armor there. And I think we're going to get the Nexus. They go Shang-Chi. There's nothing to destroy with Shang-Chi. They get a bunch of power, though. And they go Scarlet Witch. Changing that location. We get our Maximus. We get a bunch of power there. We're going to go with our Silver Surfer. And I think we get the left. All right, so that didn't really do too much because the turn is done anyway. But now it's going to be our Surfer's turn, and will we get the right? We just get it. So, yeah, the Surfer's making a difference, guys. All right, we have Juggernaut, we have Sera, and we have Silver Surfer. A lot of great cards on turn 1. We followed by a Maximus as well. X-Mansion is that far left, but since we can't play any turn cards right now, because of power, we're gonna have to skip this turn. Strange Academy is that middle location. Still just a bunch of 3-cost cards in our hand. Nothing to play right now. We could play Brood. kind of tipping our hand that it's possibly a Silver Surfer deck. Also could be a Patriot deck. We're gonna go ahead and snap right now. Let's see where they go with this stuff. They get a Zabu. All right, that's a great opportunity to steal that with the Rogue. Unfortunately, we can't steal it. And that makes our cards a little bit more powerful. All right, so unfortunately, we can't steal that. What can we do here? We will go with... I guess we could Maximus and Iceman them. Is that what we want to do? Both of them are going to go to Necrotia. See how this plays out. I wish I could have stolen their Zabu's power with our Rogue. Possibly should have played that Brood in a Strange Academy, but not sure yet. Let's see how this plays out. We're going to Sera into, I think, Strange Academy. And then we could possibly play Juggernaut, Rogue, and Surfer on the final turn there. We still haven't seen Polaris. Still haven't seen Storm. Storm would be a great card for Necrotia if we get that on our final turn. All right, they're going Moon Girl. They're going Goose. All right, so this is what we wanted here. All right, so we're gonna go with turn 5. That's gonna go there. All right, Goose. That's not gonna stop our Storm, Surfer, or Juggernaut. So all of that is all of that's fine. All right, and where are they gonna go? We're pretty confident right now. It looks like we have a Rogue, Storm, and Silver Surfer play. Chasing them off on location with Juggernaut won't do too much. He does have that 3/3 power though, so that's not the worst thing. All right, so that kind of screws us up a little bit. All those cards are gonna go to Necrotia though. I would have liked to storm that location, but I think we still are gonna be okay. We do have the tempo though. So should I... There's nothing that we could steal with the Rogue. What I could do is make sure they go to Necrotia. So I'm gonna play the Juggernaut. Gonna play the Storm instead of the Rogue because it's 2 power instead of 3. I don't want to play the Cosmo there, and then we'll go Surfer. I think we get the victory here. Not sure if they could... There's anything that they could do with this X Mansion there. They're not going to win Strange Academy. They're going to be pumped to Necrotia. So I think we get the victory. I'm not sure if I want to snap here, but I think we do get the win. All right. Unless there's something that I'm not calculating the victory there. All right, Storm. So we should get Strange Academy. And we get our Surfer there. Should give a little more power to Necrotia and a little bit more power to the cards that we have in the X Mansion. There goes She-Hulk. So big juice of power there. They don't even get the Necrotia. We get the Necrotia, we get the middle, and we get everything. All right, we have Iceman, Polaris, and Brood all on turn 1. Baxter Building is the far left location. We're gonna put Iceman right there. Whoever's winning is gonna get +3 at the other location, so like a mini Omega Red. They played nothing on turn 1. We have increased the cost of one of their cards. First to fill that middle location, we'll get a 0-cost card, which is great for our Brood. We could play Brood and something else on turn 4 to give us a 0-cost card to play along with Sera on turn 5. They go Scarlet Witch. We won't get a 0-cost card. I'm gonna swap the position of the other location. So Nexus is gonna be somewhere else. You gotta try to guess where that Nexus is gonna be. Winning Starlight Citadel won't be that bad though, because we're either going to get +3 or all of our power at that location. So I think we're going to continue to play. We're going to go with Bishop here in the middle to get some power out there without giving them more cards. I think we're going to go ahead and snap here. We have all the cards that we need now. We could go with Brood now, and we could save the Polaris, Maximus, and Silver Surfer for the final turn. All right, so now the question is, where are those locations going to swap to? So they've destroyed their Hulk. All right, so I think what we want to do, we want to go Sera here. We're going to forgo that Starlight Citadel. And we could go Polaris, Maximus, Silver Surfer, unless they give us a target that they can destroy with Rogue. I think we're gonna be good at this point. They bring back the Hulk, not great for us. Did they just win it with the Hulk? We can still win this. I think I'm interested to see what we get here. If they play something really strong there, they could have too much power. Thinking our Surfer maybe has 3, 3, 3, 3. That's an extra 12 power. May do the trick. Already down though. Let's see what happens. Let's see where they play. They go big with Magneto, drawing nothing over. We draw one of their cards over there, Scarlet Witch. Getting some extra power there. And it is just enough. We get the tiebreaker. So yes, guys, this deck still works. You can still climb. You still have about a week left to get all the way to Infinite before this Savage Land season ends. So good luck with all that. Hopefully this old school deck still manages to work for you. Let me know how it is working though. Let me know if there's other replacements that you're using to make this Sera Surfer deck even more effective. If you enjoyed this video, check out some of the other videos on this channel. Share this with your friends. Check me out on social media for more content, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day. Hopefully you enjoy Snap. Give me that Hulk fist bump before you go. There we go. Hulk fist bump, ValleyFlyin out. Have a great rest of your day, guys.